Greetings to you all. Welcome in. Lots of news today. I have a favorite story out there. Let's get at it. Smash the like button. All right, let's get going. So my favorite story of the day, why Wendy's changed its fries. I'm just kidding. That's not my favorite story of the day. All right, let's see what we got going on here. A little bit of news out there. My favorite story, I will start with it. I usually don't start with my favorite story, but I'm so pumped to talk about it. Lordstown stock rallies 21% after EV maker and Foxconn sign a deal to sell Ohio plant, develop new vehicles. So Foxconn is the #1 producer of iPhones in the world. This is where I think Apple Car is going to be made here in Lordstown. That's my prediction. That's my prediction. So shares of Lordstown were up 20% after extended hours after a deal that Foxconn was going to buy the plant for $230 million. They were going to put $100 million down by November 18th, which is a week from today. Additional $50 million down payment on February 1st and no later than February 15th, and the remainder of the balance is due at closing. So upon the deal's closing, Foxconn will receive 1.7 million warrants to buy Lordstown common stock at $10.50 per share. So keep a watch on that one, guys. This is an interesting one to pay attention to. Let's see, where's my stock market thing? Let's see what Ride is doing. I'm surprised Ride isn't even in the top 5. So right now it's going to open the day at $6.41, and we'll go from there. So interesting stuff. My prediction. Remember my prediction. Remember where you heard it first. Oh, speaking of EVs. Oh, by the way, yes, my car did get. I got a VIN number assigned. So it means I think it means in real world cars that means it's happening. In Tesla world of cars, I don't know what that means. They could take my VIN number away. I really don't know. But I got assigned a VIN. It says I'm going to get the car next. Actually, it's the 18th. The 18th through the 24th. I got to pick a date, and I got to pay for the car. Now, I'm not going to pay for the car until they pick a date with me, because I don't trust giving a company like Tesla money and then they yank the car from me and I'm just out 100 G's. All right, Elon Musk sells around $5 billion of Tesla stock. So he put it out, and he said that he was going to do it, and he did it. He said 10%. I don't know how much Tesla stock he has, nor do I really care. But he sold $5 billion of stock according to a financial filing on Wednesday. He still holds more than 166 million shares. His trust sold more than 3.5 million shares worth $3.8 billion. Okay, sounds good. Musk sold these shares in part to satisfy tax obligations related to exercising of stock options. Got to pay the government. And that's it. So sorry for your loss, hype dorks. Where do we go next? Let's stay on EVs. It's just an EV filled morning. Any let's see here. Thoughts on Neo? Document my experience. All right, Mitch, I'll do that. I'll do that. My new Tesla is going to be 87,000 without tax. Or does that include tax? I can't remember. I can't remember what it is. I think that number includes tax. I don't know. I haven't looked at the paperwork yet. You have to remember, I ordered this car back months ago, 6 months ago, 7 months ago. So I can't remember anything. EV startup Rivian is valued at $86 billion after market debut, higher than Ford, equal to GM. Sweet. So a company that admittedly down here, where was that? I know I highlighted it. Rivian still is a relative upstart. It's not a relative upstart. It is an upstart. It hasn't started generating real revenue. It hasn't generated revenue, not profit, revenue. Rivian said in its prospectus that it will lose up to $1.28 billion in the third quarter, while revenue range from $0 to $1 million. Sweet. Sweet company. They should logically, yes, they should be worth more than Ford and GM. 100% logically, yes. In today's world of 2021 logic, yes. That puts Rivian over Ford, okay, and GM. Let's keep going. Amazon, I think they own a 20% stake with them, with Rivian. So Amazon has ordered 100,000 Rivian vehicles to be delivered by 2030. Sweet. The company plans to have 10,000 new Rivian Amazon delivery vehicles on the road as early as next year. Good luck with that. So they're going to make the truck, the SUV, and I guess delivery vehicles for Amazon. The company says its factory in Illinois has a capacity to produce up to 150,000 vehicles per year. About 65 of those will be the truck and the SUV, and then 85 should be commercial delivery vans. This is just a road to prosperity. That's all I have to say about that. Where else shall we go? Oh, Beyond Meat. I'm really confused. What's with all these companies? All right, I think I have a theory. Seth, are you here? I think I have a theory. I got it. So, global warming. Okay, the moon is up there, and all of these companies are going to the moon. I think with global warming, the moon is now below us. So when we say this company is going to go to the moon and they all drop 60, 70, 90%, maybe the moon is in the other direction because of global warming. God, I'm a smart SOB. Beyond Meat shares dropped 19% on poor quarter. This is the best thing since sliced bread, since fake meat, since real meat. There's no pretty way of putting it. Beyond Meat's quarterly results are described as dead meat. Cool. I don't really have anything to say about this except for look at this chart. Greatest company in the history of the world, and not anymore. So I think I think I solved it. Global warming, switch to the moon, and now when companies go to the moon, they actually just go down, and that means they're going to the moon. Nailed it. Now that's disruptive. This is why I'm such a good investor. I can think outside the box. I got it. eBay to host first luxury handbag auction. This is actually pretty cool. So eBay's been doing an excellent job of getting into I just got a couple of dislikes from that. The hype dorks do not like that. Whew. Take it easy, guys. I know you're still depressed from Tesla falling. I know it's up a little bit today, but you can come out from under your covers. It's going to be okay. You don't need to sit there in the fetal position with your stomach hurting because you're losing tons of money. It's going to be okay. Go buy Rivian. Make yourself feel better. eBay to host first luxury handbag auction. eBay has done an excellent job. You can buy Rolexes on their website now. Credibly. They go through some kind of authorization process. I used to hear tons and tons of bad things about it. People were getting fake Rolexes and such, but now they have some good authorization process, and it looks like they're going to be doing the same thing with handbags. Names like Hermes, Chanel, Louis V. You can start bidding on those on November 15th. Just keep a watch on eBay. They're doing a great job. I like what eBay does because they're not getting into the how do I say this? They're not trying to compete with Amazon per se. They're staying in their own lane. They're doing their thing. They're doing very well in their own lane. I really like it. Good job, guys. Go eBay. Let's go to stagflation. Stagflation is the message as prices spike to 30-year high. So if you look at this, after Thursday's bad news about consumer pricing index came in at 6.2%. The hottest since the first Bush administration, to be exact. They're putting an emphasis on reaction to stocks. So stocks reacted negatively yesterday. Since the Fed has announced its plan to taper its massive bond purchases, yields have been unusually calm, showing little sign of a tantrum. We'll see. Government bonds have been drove up government. Okay, so we're going to check the yields in a little bit. They were certainly down yesterday. I think this inflation is going to be pretty persistent. Satori fund founder Dan Niles, he always talks on Yahoo Finance. I think we're going to have a big problem, especially given where valuations are, 100%. I expect multiple rate hikes next year from the Fed. So do I. I think everybody does. The world's debt levels, asset price valuations, and current levels of extraordinarily low interest rates, including negative ones overseas, is just not positioned for a bout of high inflation that we are clearly in. So I mean, things are moving towards stagflation, which is where inflation continues to just rise and rise and rise and wages don't. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what the fix is going to be. What else do we have? Surging U.S. inflation has gold looking for record highs. So gold has set record highs last March, maybe April, I can't remember, of 2020. Gold prices rallied Wednesday, and they're not far out of reach from the record highs that were achieved last year. Inflation is now growing red hot, and the transitory theme is falling apart 100%. So keep a watch on gold. It's going to drive people to gold. But also, Bitcoin has jumped for the same reason. Bitcoin has a really long history of being a great hedge against any type of inflation. So there you go. Sarcasm. The worst U.S. inflation in 3 decades means the purchasing power for cash is less, and people are just moving to gold. So that's that. All right. I don't think I have anything else to talk about this morning. Here we go. If you want to follow us on Instagram, TraderMo_EM. That's about it. By the way, I'll be there when Tesla falls. I can't wait to buy a Tesla at $115. Evergrande to the moon. Remember where the moon is. Bond market closed. I do believe that the bond market is closed. What else do we have? eBay to auction Zillow houses. Disruption. Is that true? I don't know. The only Fed rate control is a discount. Okay. As a college student, what percentage of savings would you suggest putting towards long-term trading, active trading, retirement? If you can, I would suggest that you max out those retirement accounts. The longer you can max those babies out, the better off you're going to be in your retirement. So do you keep beta on your trading book? I don't know what you mean by that. I do follow betas, certainly. But yeah. All right, let's see what the yields are doing. They did jump 10 points. Yeah, they did jump 10 points. So they're flying back up. They were really low. So that's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen there. What do we have reporting today? Lordstown reports after the bell. They're up 15. They're going to open up at 6:39. What else do we have today? Anything else that can get the hype dorks out of bed from laying in the fetal position? No, not that I see. Sorry, guys. I'm here to help. I'm here to comfort everybody, but I don't think I could do it. All right. Yep, I got nothing. If you want to join the software, this is our homepage. With the $29 a month, you get 8 pillars, retirement calculator, stock analyzer tool, 8 pillars portfolio, which is basically building your own ETF, exclusive content. We are putting out 2 to 3 videos a day to the members. And remember, today at 2 p.m., we are going to be having a Patreon subscriber. What do I call this? EM community only live stream. $29 a month gets you access to all of that. $29 a month gets you the software. And by the way, I saw somebody in the Discord yesterday talking about the app. If your app isn't working, delete it, update it, whatever you got to do to get it fixed. Everything's fixed. There's great software updates. $79 a month gets you into the Bid and Ask Nation. You could talk to me on a regular basis. I'm in there every single day, and I will be there for Q&A today because I couldn't hit you guys on Tuesday. So $79 a month gets you access to that Employee Trader Series, any trades that I make based on a chart. What else do we get in that? All of the Trading 101 series. It's just wonderful. Paul's Super Shorts, if you want to join that, $500 a month gets you into that exclusive tier of about 50 people. If you want to do a one-on-one session with me, $750 for 1 hour, Zoom call, recorded. You have it for eternity, and we can talk about whatever you like. Trading, options, your life, my life, whatever you want to do. And if you want to do a real estate deal with Paul, $10,000 for 4 hours of his time. If you're doing a deal in this market, probably a good idea. Let me pull up my Discord here. I want to go through some wins and losses. So there we go. Okay, so I'm not going to be here tomorrow. I'm teaching at a high school, local high school. So here we go. Wins and losses. I reach out and I say, guys, send me some of your wins and losses this week. We usually do it on Friday. Let's see. Adam, minus 3% on OSTK. Pulled back after early entry, declining volume, follows stochastic close position at a loss. Hey, as long as you pulled back after entry, declining volume. I would love to know what was the bid and ask spread on that. AMD, he made 5%. AMD, he lost on a paper trade. Follow the rules for paper trade. Okay, good. We're gonna dig into that one a little bit. That's great. CCL, 6.6% paper trade. Roblox, here we go. $800 in 1 day. That pays for a lot of it. Messed up with Nike. Got greedy. Okay. No, John. Here we go. Since I've joined, I've been able to grow my trading account 10%. It might sound small, but it's huge to me. Here's a good one. TTWO, 4.5% long. BBY, 4% long. HPQ, 3% swing trade. AMD, 2%. This guy's trading everything. This is phenomenal. He's doing all different kinds of trades. And the list goes on. Facebook, 3.2%. Love it. EBIX, whoa, 226% profit. What are you doing there? Good job. All right, so guys, if you want to join, jump into the Bid and Ask Nation. Get in there. You're going to learn. This is a skill that you're going to learn for the rest of your life. So get at it, baby. Smash the like button, and let's do some of your stocks. Send them over. Let's do it. Yeah, Derek, I already texted Paul, and I said we got to cancel the live stream. We got an emergency press conference at 2 p.m. What are we doing here? I'll tell you what. I don't care how many subscribers we have. Emergency press conferences supersede all. But maybe I'm going to have to bring my AirPods in, and I'll be listening to my AirPods during the live stream. So I'll answer your questions on one side and answer on the other side. So I do agree with you, Derek. All right. What do you got? What do you got? Send me some stocks. Daily Baba coverage. Why not? Let's get it out of the way. Let's get it out of the way. If you have 100... I wonder, if you run $100 million portfolio, why are you convincing people to pay $30 a month? You don't have to. Do whatever the hell you want to do. I don't care what you do. But if you want to learn from somebody that built portfolios from like $10 million to well over $100 million, then you can learn from us. If you don't want to, go listen to Meet Kevin and do what you want. I'm not telling you to do anything. I don't know if you understand this, but usually businesses try to make money. They try to make money. So like when you go to Amazon, Amazon's worth over $1 trillion. Why do they keep charging you for items? They should be sending you everything for free, right? Apple's a $2 trillion company. Why don't you get the iPhone for free? Think before you type things. All right. Here we go. With Baba, what I would do is earnings are coming up, so be careful. Volume is very variable. I would wait until you get some volume coming in here, so it's getting better. What I would do is get up into the sweet spot and try to run this thing up to the 100-day moving average. That is exactly what I would do. But before you do that, do not, just be careful of earnings. That's what I got to say about that. Next, PayPal. Let's see what we got here. So big gap down. Let this thing, I do still think, when did they have earnings? What was that yesterday or the day before? So that was on Tuesday. Let this thing calm down a little bit. Let this thing calm down a little bit. I don't think I would be entering this at all. I think if anything, I would go and try to day trade this when it gets probably a big spike back up. That's probably what I would do. But right now, I would just avoid this thing and roll on from there. All right, let's see here. What else do we have? AMD. Can you please do RNG? Yes, I can. All right, AMD, let's pull up a line chart and see what we got. So they're pulling back, and I did say that they are very, very likely going to pull back to $124 into this area. They will face a little resistance here, but it seems like they're getting a lot of selling volume coming in, especially the last 2 days. I think you're going to come back to this 124 number. So if I'm you, I am coming over, not here, because your stochastic hasn't rolled. I'm coming over here, and go ahead and add on an engulfing candlestick down. This is a very good looking short. I think if you get one more engulfing candlestick today, this yellow line will drop into the sweet spot. Now, you're going to open the day pre-market a little bit higher, so just keep a watch on it, but try to get that engulfing candlestick today, add on a new low, and you will be Gucci, man. What else do we have? RNG, I said I would do that one. Then what else do we have? Do you recommend buying stocks at the end of the day to confirm candles? No, I would do it anytime during the day, as long as you make a high during the day. Now, if you're getting something like this, no. If you're getting a giant gap up on something, don't do it. Don't do it with that. But I'll pull up another stock and I'll explain, like this one, for example. Let me show you. Here we go. This is a good example. So this candle was making an engulfing candlestick over this. You don't need to wait till the end of the day and say, oh, this thing missed by 3 cents by the end of the day, I'm not going to add. It's very, very rare that you're going to get even this engulfing candlestick. Let me see if I can zoom in here. Let's see how tight I can get this. All right. I hope you guys can see this. So this candle right here, there is a teeny tiny wick. It's probably 1 cent. You can't just say, I don't want you to wait for the very, very high at the 4 o'clock every day. So it's adding in the midst of an engulfing candlestick. If you're getting it, the likelihood that it continues higher with that trend is better. So what do we got here? Ring Central. Earnings, I assume, were reported last night. It gapped up. It's already pulling back. It will probably bounce down to its 200-day moving average, which it's actually doing, and it'll likely fill this gap back down. So don't be faked out by this. If you want to do anything with it today, I would go ahead and day trade it and go from there. BYND, why not? News of the day, disruption of the day. Oops, we don't want bars. We want candles and we want candles. Okay, let's see what we got here. Aren't they opening 20% lower? Okay, so here we go. So, whoa, when did this go public? This went public in May of 19, and look at this. Disruption, not disruption. Disruption, not disruption. I'm telling you guys, the moon is down here. I'm telling you. I got it. I figured it out. It's at $40 a share is pretty much where it IPO'd. Listen, you got earnings, so be careful with that. I would wait for tomorrow and try to go ahead and do something with it tomorrow and or Monday. But absolutely go from a day trade and trade this on a 15-minute chart, and you will do very, very well. When you say engulfing candlestick, does it engulf the last 2 days or the previous one? I know you've mentioned 3 days in a row. So Eric, good question. It's one engulfing. It's engulfing the previous day. The only time I ever say wait 3 days is when you are coming up on the long-term chart on your weekly stochastic and you enter the sweet spot. The reason I say 3 days is because I want 3 days of confirmation, 3 days of the stochastic staying in the sweet spot. Can you see it? Okay, hold on. I gotta move my head. 3 days of the stochastic staying in the sweet spot like this for that. What I don't want to happen is something like, let's see, I'm sure it's here. What I don't want to happen is this. We moved into the sweet spot and then it fell right back down and we didn't get 3 days of confirmation being in the sweet spot. So that's what I mean when I say 3 days. 3 days is exclusive to the long-term chart, the weekly stochastic, and I like it just because it gives you a little bit of margin of safety for a longer-term trade. Okay, next. Starbucks, S-Bucks. Love Starbucks stock. Okay. I prefer Dunkin' Donuts. My rank goes Dunkin', McDonald's, Starbucks. Starbucks coffee tastes burnt and turnt. So this is funny. You can actually see it. It tried to get through the 100-day moving average and it couldn't do that. So now I think you should if you dating back to September, just swing trade this. Just swing trade this right below, right between all of the 200 and the 100-day moving average. This is a perfect stock to swing trade. I bet this trend changes because you're getting a wicked snapback right now, and I bet that changes the trend. So, yes, what's my favorite technical indicator? The stochastic, the trend. That's what it's all about. Hey Mo, when should I sell my 9,000 shares of AMC? I don't know. I mean, net ghost. I just throw it up on a 15-minute chart and pick it out and go with that. Daily dose of Facebook /metaverse /meta platform. I think you're going to hold the 200-day moving average pretty well. Keep a watch on it here. If you want to, throw a tracker share on or just keep it on a very tight watch list. I was thinking about this the other day. I'd probably make a watch list, then I'd make a tight watch list. So go ahead and do that. Robin wants me to ring the bell. I don't know what that was for, but you're welcome. Let's see here. You can short it over here if you so choose, but you're not going to get much of a short past the 200-day moving average unless something in this market lets everything fall apart. And I don't think that that's going to happen anytime soon. Well, I shouldn't say that. I don't think it's going to happen today or this week. I could be totally wrong. Some crazy news can come out, but I don't think you're going to get much below that 200-day moving average, which is only about $3 away. So I probably wouldn't short it. If I was you, I'd throw it on a indicator. Snave. I'd throw it on a long-term chart and roll with it that way. All right. Hey Mo, could you please take a look at here? Why not? Here is this is the Turtle Beach. Interesting play. You know, from a long-term perspective, it is just, man, ever since it had this crazy run and fallback, it has just been consolidating in this range. Can't do anything. This is a great swing trade. And even if you swing it, you can notice that all you're doing is you're stuck between all major moving averages and you're just bouncing around. You can't break out of them. So right now it's a short. I don't expect it to go any lower than where it's at basically. So I would suggest that you wait for this stochastic to roll over and ride it back up and try to exit somewhere in the $29 area, $29 to $30 area. Next, yes, we have an interview coming out with Jerry Parker. Phenomenal interview. Jerry is awesome. He's just a great person, and he has a pet bird, and his bird is awesome, and he lives in Tampa. Yeah, he's awesome. If you guys have not heard about Jerry Parker, momentum trader, best turtle trader that came out of Richard Dennis's turtle trading experiment in the 80s. He's phenomenal. So that interview is coming out. We just did it on Tuesday. Next, Vail, whatever you want to call it. You're sitting at a very strong support level right now. This is going to move with, is it iron ore pricing? Something like that. So if you break where you're at right now and start trending down even more, I would say look out for this $10 level and then $8 level. But this just moves completely with the commodity, 100% with the commodity. So I wouldn't even look at it from a long-term perspective. I'd take it over here and swing it. If you can get in the sweet spot here, ride this up to the 25-day moving average, do something like that, you'll be all right. You should try eating hot chocolate and 3 old-fashioned donuts at Dunkin' Donuts. Well, I don't like donuts, so your donuts make me go nuts. Name that show. All right, HPQ, looking really good. Declining volume, earnings coming up. You are at a very strong resistance level here. If you are up here, I would suggest you begin taking profits because for you to break, you just filled that gap. If you can just move up a little bit further, it's going to be very hard for you. Especially earnings are going to be on November 23rd. So I got a couple days, but hey, whatever. Anybody got the show that I just said? If you got the show, yep, Matthew gets it. Good job. It's The Office. PLTR. Let's look at this disruptive company. Seth, Tell me if you're here. Tell me if you're here. Just say yes, because I figured out what to the moon means, and I got to tell you. So you're sitting at a resistance point right now, but you're below all 4 major moving averages. If you want to do something here, I would go ahead and short this. If you get an engulfing candlestick, you have to get an engulfing candlestick. Yeah, that's all I can tell you about that one. All right, next. Gold up. What's your thoughts on KL? Seth. So I figured out what to the moon means. Okay. So you know how they keep saying that everything is going to the moon like this? I think with global warming, because let's look at Beyond Meat, for example. Let's pull up our story about Beyond Meat. Where's Beyond Meat? Seth. Look at this. Seth. Look at this. It just keeps dropping. And if you look at this chart, it just keeps dropping. So I think with global warming, the moon has switched to be down there. So these companies that mean go to the moon, they go straight down and they're going to the moon. I think I solved it, Seth. I think we solved it. If you want to solve things, you come to Everything Money. Foot Locker. I don't know if this was asked, but I'm going to do it anyways because I got sidetracked. All right. So you're going to face a lot of resistance here at this 200-day moving average. Gosh, this is a hard stock to trade. This is a hard stock to trade, guys. You just need a lot of volume. When's your earnings coming out? I just want to be sure before you get caught in this. November 9th. So you got a week. You know, I think you're going to sputter out up here around the 100, and you're going to start moving down towards the 50. That's what I think is going to happen. So be careful with Foot Locker, and you'll do something with that. Maybe Moon is ass. Seth said maybe Moon is ass. Very, very likely. ATVI, you got it. I saw you type that one earlier in the show. Okay, so ATVI, you need to fill this gap, which will likely fill. But the problem is this is the ultimate dog stock. It's just sitting at the bottom, 67 bucks. Listen, I'm telling you, if I was you, I think I would go and throw a tracker share on this and spend $67. Keep this in your portfolio. See it every day. Worst case scenario, Activision Blizzard goes out of business. They go to zero. You lose $67. Best case, this thing pops up in the sweet spot, and you get an amazing trade and try to run this thing up to probably 85 bucks or so. So that is what I think you should do with Activision Blizzard. I think it would go very well. BMY update? Sure. So Bristol is looking like a very nice looking developing long-term trade. It cannot break the 50, and the stock market's been open for a few minutes. I didn't even notice. Yep, just let this thing get into the sweet spot, start moving up. You have a great run. The nice thing about this total fall that happened, there were no there were no M formations in there. So just as easily as this thing came down, it's going to be good to go back up because it doesn't have any resistance to deal with except for about $67, $68. So that is my thoughts on that. Let's do 2 more, and then I'm going to get out of here. 10,000 tracker shares of AT&T. Apple? Let's do Apple. Why not? So Apple's just sitting at a consolidation level. What you would need to do here, if you wanted to go short, you got more balls than me. You can short this down to maybe the 100-day moving average. I wouldn't suggest you do that. But if you want to go long, I would just wait for a breakout pattern. The tough part is, even if you want to go long on this thing, I think this has proven that it can't get through this resistance point, and it's going to need a lot of volume to move with that. So I do not think that's going to happen. Do flagpoles go to the moon sometimes too? Yeah, until they fall back to earth like a crater and ruin everyone. Best Buy, looking good. Let's see. So you're at all-time highs. If I was you, I would start thinking about taking profits. Start thinking about it. You need something to happen to break you out to another all-time high. This is certainly a power stock right now. You're getting a little roll over here on your long-term stochastic. You're still looking good, but if you notice, there's a very, very, very slight angle of this yellow line moving towards the red line. So just keep paying attention. Don't take profits yet. Just get it on your radar and go from there. So, all right, guys, I won't be here tomorrow. I'm going to teach some school, and we'll go from there. But 2 p.m. today, Thursday, private, Everything Money Community live stream, 2 p.m. Be there, bring your questions, and we'll help you guys out. And we'll just keep investing and investing and investing. You guys are the bomb. I appreciate it. Smash the like button on your way out. Have a great day. Peace.